purchasing info record and prices. Okay, if you create a purchasing document, the system attempts to find a price for the material to be procured. The system always searches from specific to general. What does it mean? If you are creating a purchase order or a contract or scheduling agreement, then for the combination of vendor and material, if info record exists, it will default the pricing condition like gross price, discount on gross discount on gross, and freight charges. These different conditions are defaulted from the purchasing info record. When it will default when you are creating purchase order, when you are creating contract, when you are creating scheduling agreement. These are defaulted. Still you can change it in the purchase order, contract and scheduling agreement. Can you see? This means that when creating purchase order, the system first searches for a purchasing info record with the combination of vendor material at the purchasing organization plant level. First it will search at plant level. If at plant level info record does not exist, then it will go to purchasing organization level. Plant level is more specific and purchasing organization level is general. If there is no such info record, the system then searches at purchasing organization level. If there is no info record here either, you must enter the price manually. In the purchase order, the valuation price from material master record is not suggested as the purchase order price. Okay, I'll show you the system demonstration. I'll do that. Info record prices. Can you see create PO item? Does info record exist? If it exists, if info record has valid conditions, if the conditions validity is valid, then in the PO it will default the conditions from the info record. If conditions are invalid, it will default from the last purchase order, which is stored in the purchasing info record. If info record does not exist, you have to enter the price manually. If a purchasing info record exists, then valid conditions have priority during the price determination. If an info record does not contain any conditions or not contain invalid conditions, only contain invalid, the system reads the number from the last purchasing document in the info record and then suggests the price from the last document. The price determined in the way are default values that can be changed by the buyer if necessary. And if the default values for buyers, in the default values for buyers, you can define how the system handles the conditions from the last purchase order. To copy conditions from the last purchase order, you can specify the following. The conditions are always copied. The conditions are not copied. If the price is entered manually, the conditions are never copied. These particular settings I'll show you in the demonstration. Let us first go to the purchase order creation. Purchase order. Create purchase order, supplier number, enter material. Immediately the moment you enter the material, what is the price you see, the conditions. You are not enter the plant. It is like general price from purchasing organization level data. But if you enter plant, immediately it will change to 8 euros. Can you see why it changed? It is deriving from the plant. Enter a quantity, delivery date, yes. So, if the conditions are valid, it will default from the purchasing info record. Let me show you the purchasing. You can branch to purchasing info record from here itself. This is the purchasing info record through which it has defaulted. Conditions, if you go, conditions are valid from 13/6/2016 to 31/12/999. Okay, gross price 8 euros and discount on gross 10%, discount on net 10%, freight for quantity is 1 euro. So that is all it defaulted from the purchasing info record. Similarly, if you create a contract, outline agreement, contract, if you create, the contract, enter the material. Price is defaulted from info record, that you can see 1000. Double click on this line. Sorry, select the line item, click on conditions. These conditions are derived from purchasing, defaulted from purchasing info record. In contract, we have seen it. Now let us go to, we will not save this contract because only for looking at the values. Scheduling agreement will go here. Create a scheduling agreement, validity, enter the material number. See, it is defaulted already. Select the line item, click on conditions. It is derived from the purchasing info record. So we have seen it in contract, purchase order, and scheduling agreement. Default price comes from purchasing info record.